Is there a problem with scheduling your delivery in that early preterm period?
Actually now the data does show that there's increased risk to the mom. We know that if we induce labor in that earlier 37 to 38 weeks, there's a higher chance to end up having a cesarean section. Once you have a cesarean section, you have a higher chance of having another. And cesarean sections compared to normal deliveries are associated with longer, harder recovery, longer days in the hospital, and increased cost. What about for the baby, Helen?
Well, for the baby, it makes a big difference, actually. Those couple of weeks, there's a lot of maturation that happens. And so babies that are born in that early term period can have troubles with their breathing, and that can range anything from needing a little bit of oxygen to actually ending up in a neonatal intensive care unit on a ventilator. They typically have troubles with feeding, and that's not just the babies that are breastfeeding, but even the ones that are bottle feeding typically have trouble with their feeding. They can't hold their temperatures up well. They have trouble with their blood sugars. And that's the biggest thing, is that we know that so much of the brain development happens during that time, and the brain literally grows a lot in those last few weeks of pregnancy. And we know now that those babies do better on their initial developmental skills than the babies that are born towards the earlier side, and we didn't know that before.
So those are very compelling reasons to wait until the baby is ready to be born.
Those last few weeks of pregnancy are rough, and you just want it to be over. As a parent, you have to stop back and say, what's best for my baby? And it's best for my baby to wait. So I think waiting till your baby decides to be born is one of those tough decisions that parents need to make.
Absolutely. And waiting the full 40 weeks, it's not just best for the baby, it's best for the mother too.
Right.
And if you have questions about the right time to have your baby, discuss that with your physician or your midwife.
Or your baby doctor. Be well informed. Knowledge is power.
Success begins early. Start now. Brought to you by the Marathon County Early Years Coalition.